I had to make this documentary for my children right now. Really, my son. I'm gonna just say just like this. I'm not making a documentary for my daughters because they probably did funny things in the paradigm of time and the cycles of life. You see what I'm talking? You see what I'm talking about? They probably did funny things in the paradigms of time and the cycles of life. And I'm just gonna say like this. You know, if not, listen, the astrological empress is in the spiritual realm. You have some empresses that's like celestial empresses and inner points of enlightenment of the celestial empress. If they fuck up when it comes to humanity, and because remember they're also a part of the higher body of space of the reason of habitation and consciousness. If they fuck up in the physical reality when it comes to habitation and regardment and nourishment, even when it comes to one's physical physics and conscience, because remember, your brain controls your nervous system, that controls your physical anatomy and your orientation to your operations of your humane condition of your habitation. So if a chick, if say a celestial empress that's in the earth comes out, the higher empress is still in a spiritual realm. So she would have to literally regard the physical a certain type of way. Now, if she goes off and does something off when it comes to regardment or the natural habitation when it comes to the anatomy, because remember, the reason why she's celestial empress because it's dealing with high forms of alchemy, light, and anatomy and matter. So if she goes off and does the wrong thing in the physical reality, let me tell you something, however it is. Now, a planet has a atmosphere, a paradigm of time. If a chick fucks up in the paradigm of time, in a clockwork that has from the beginning of events to all the way to the future to the end of it. So if she fucks up, that means any child according to the astrological tree, any child according to the astrological tree, from the time of events, from the beginning of the time to the forward times, the past, present, and the future, if something happens to them or they seen something happen to them, especially like a star being, if they ever seen something or something happen to them, what would have caused it that weakened their, say they were complete, like they were so complete that they were even able to have a point of high force of enlightenment. Now, what caused their anatomy to be weakened or something to go wrong in their life a certain type of way that they have to question their reality and they start having funny emotions when it comes to the physical. It's just like in the beginning of time, what caused the zodiacs to have to do the extra just to survive a certain type of way? A person says, well, I taught acupuncture, so I used to say, well, we're going to find out accordingly into the events and the times go on, we're going to find out what led up and who fucked up that caused individuals to be a little different, a little more barbaric, and on top of it, that would have lowered the human condition because probably certain individuals would have need something at a time. And say a chick at a time is like entrapment. If you have children causing entrapment, the higher consciousness is going to do it also. But the more dangerous thing about the higher consciousness, say like a celestial empress, if she goes bad, she already have more physical, how can I say this, authority over individuals in the physical reality. So it's even worse for them to even fight for their humane condition because we have somebody that's on a level that it's like what happened to Christ. It's like somebody will be holding you down and you won't be able to get up. It's like you ever had a dream and then in your dream you just moving mad slow in the dream and you're like, damn, I usually just fly through the dream and all of a sudden in your dream it's just like you're moving mad slow and you're wondering what caused that shit. If the celestial empress goes bad, yo, it's beyond fucked up. I'm already complete before my wife, so I don't have nothing to worry about as far as me because I gotta handle my situation. Another person says, well, why do you have so many sons? Well, I have a lot of children that are star beings, and something might happen one day, and I just don't want to be just boxing everybody out in a certain type of way. So, I'd rather have individuals learning the education and be able to level out their consciousness to their habitation, so they could literally arrange the situation in the orientation in a natural order of a family. But if you have the celestial empress go bad, what you think caused your trauma or the bad experiences or you failing at a point in time in the physical? So now it's like being in the military or the army. If one falls, one has to pick up the slack because one has to recover. It's just like imagine your general having being in the army, something bad is happening somewhere, and he knows the natural reason of the human condition of why individuals are worrying at the time. And then next thing you know, something happens to him. You don't want to be stuck in the forefront or in the field with individuals like, damn, how are we going to get out of the situation? And then you don't know what's going on, and then you have to pick up the slack that's going on to survive. So that's even worse because you don't want a person doing what they did to Adam, causing an entrapment and just watching them to see else is who, and the next thing you know, certain things are happening. It's just like, if you have a sport, it's just like, say a person is like a doctor. If you're dealing with cellular structure on a celestial earth and it goes bad, you have to doctor the situation to fix it. But what happens if it's the celestial structure that's going bad another type of way? What's the endangerment of the natural terrestrial and celestial structure of the habitation of other individuals with a high consciousness? So it's like weighing them down and bringing them down to a lower level and then causing their downfall. And then they're wondering, what's causing? It's not me. It's the person that's already manipulating the physical, and then on top of it, I'm recovering. So a person would say, oh, this happened because I was already doing so much, I had to recover because of the irresponsibility of individuals. And I'm ahead of time. So it's just like me buying your Pampers. It's like preparing your birth, buying your Pampers, making sure everything goes a certain type of way, and everybody's wondering at the time, what made me so nervous back in the days to say, yo, if this happens, just you look out for this. Yo, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna say this, yo, you remember this, or you have to do this, you're gonna have to do. Well, preparation is the same thing. So it's just like, what causes situation, then you've seen it actually in the physical reality. It's just like calling my wife in like a celestial empress instead of calling the main empress, because I don't make no sense to call the main empress and then next thing you know, everybody be fucked up if something goes bad. So one has to make sure the level of the situation is okay. So I call a celestial empress or inner celestial empress or in a point of enlightenment, and then she's going bad, and then a man looks at it like, yo, wait, this is not a good situation. This is not a good way to start off when jogging. You ever go jogging, you've been in the military, and they say, okay, we're going to go do a couple laps. And then when you start pacing at a certain time just to make sure everything is okay, that you get your adrenaline up, that you're able to continue going forward. And then an individual has to keep your endurance and your attention level up for you to go forward. If the chick goes bad, what's going to happen to you in the physical reality? So one has to be like, oh man, this chick is going to do some old crazy shit. And then all types of situations are going to happen because the stupidity of either the continuance of listen to this. This is what I really want to tell you. If you have protection and your protection goes bad on a high level of the reason of the habitation while you inside of an earth, it's just like putting your dick in some AIDS pussy. You want your dick to be protected, right? So you don't want nothing happening to your dick a certain type of way. So you think about the situation. It's something, listen, if you put your dick in some AIDS pussy, what is going to happen to your dick? You think about that. So if you don't have a condom on, what's going to happen to your dick? So if you have a bitch breaking her sacredcy and a reason of the higher regard of her consciousness, what is going to happen to the rest of the family? I hope she don't got no side boyfriend. I didn't make children to lose them at a time. A person wonders about certain things. I tell an individual, listen to this. Imagine a celestial empress or a celestial empress telling you to have sex with her. then she be from another astrological tree, and then she wants you to have sex with her. What is gonna happen to your planet? Like, how about if you were a person that was the real point a certain type of way of your planet, and they just said, yo, listen, they're gonna acupuncture your situation a certain type of way, so one gets ignorant, lowers one's intentions, and then it fucks up everything for everybody else, and then you thinking everything is okay for you. It's not okay because it's like you didn't have this. It's like you didn't have the condom on your dick, so you're gonna be fucked up in the paradigm. Like when you thought you were okay and they weakening everybody else and fucking everybody else up. In the same time, the reason it caused it was because you were weak. So in the paradigm of the sequence, you're gonna still be weak. So they already have the upper hand on you. Then on top of it, don't let it be an intake. An intake already absorb you a certain type of way. You'll be finished. It's just like a celestial empress from one earth. You think that she can't do what another celestial empress do on another earth. This bitch will probably try to embody you, my nigga. You crazy? Yo, listen. You ever seen Percy Jackson in the movie? When them dragons started forming and shit, and they started warping into each other? Oh shit, man. You ever heard this story in Noah's Ark? Where the whale used to come and just embody niggas and shit, and the bitch just took a trip inside of a nigga, and they were looking at her like, oh yeah, all right. He ain't had to let it go. Oh man, yo listen. I was so nice in physics. I made pussy. She was already swallowing the dick. Imagine that. What? Yo, it's just like visiting in some next Earth that's not a regular part of the regular habitation. You gotta be beyond good in your regimen because you do the wrong thing. It's like, nah, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like what? Oh man. I'm looking at individuals at a time. They're like, yo, listen, I couldn't buy you. Yo, listen, my wife is having complications. It's like she's forever pregnant. When me inside is like, she's like, yo, damn, this nigga, nice. I'm so nice that she can't even embody me while I'm here. Now, but my children's a different type of situation. She just look at them and like, yo, whatever at the time. For my children is another type of situation. But if it's another type of situation, look at Frugal right here. Frugal said he got it right there. Right? look at, look at, look at Frugal. Wow. Imagine that, huh? So imagine it's just like, say for instance, one of my astrological empresses. You might think she's not, but she is an astrological empress. Like, say Betty for instance, if I call her, right? What happens if her inner points of enlightenment go off? Betty knew me from way before, my nigga. Yo, my nigga, I don't gotta tell you my resume, my nigga. Yo, listen, if one of them chicks go off, listen, I already saved galaxies before. If one of them type of chicks go off, my nigga, it's just like, I didn't wake up. I didn't wake up on some Adrian shit, right? Like, yo, Adrian, come on, one more round, right? Oh, what? Oh, Adrian, nigga calling up there. Yo, that movie was so eloquent. Yo, listen. The nigga Rocky was calling Adrian. She's like, one more round, Rock, come on. He's like, Adrian. He's like, it's her fault. Nigga saying it's her fault. Imagine if he was telling you, yo, listen, Yo, my nigga, it's forever blows in the crib, man. You not seeing it? It's heavy. It's heavy every time I'm around that chick. Oh my God. Wow. She over here, she trying to swing at nigga. Nigga, I'm beyond blocking the situations at the time. She's trying to get at a nigga, and I'm like smacking hands that you wouldn't even see. Oh my God. She's like, she's on some will like you won't you just go to sleep and just let me swing at you. I'm like, yo, what? You fucking crazy, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, it's like, say for instance, one of my wives, like Betty, and our children have did a martial arts bout, and then he gets struck with a certain type of palm, or a certain, say there's the golden Buddha palm, the diamond palm, the light palm, this the black palm. Say he gets struck with a black palm. I know about all the different type of palms. I'm so nice when I do the martial arts. If I hit somebody, the abrasion is still gonna come out. Like I'm nice. It's never gonna be dark. That's how nice I am. Another person can't even do that because they'll strike somebody and they'll be black and blue a certain type of way. I strike somebody, yo, my nigga, you could just pass out and you won't even know why you passed out. It won't even show. I could hit you so hard it won't even show, and then you'll be fucked up for the rest of the paradigm of your life. Then on top of it, it won't even show a black and blue. You could just pass out and wonder what happened to you. If I hit you a certain type of way, you wouldn't even realize that I hit you. You know, my nigga, you just go to work one day, you think that everything's okay, or you would just be somewhere hanging out with niggas just pass out like, niggas be like, what the fuck happened? You wouldn't even know. Another nigga hit you with the palm, it's gonna show. I'm the one that made the technique for the palm. You know, my nigga, it doesn't make no sense, huh? It's like hitting you with the finger jab. How you gonna know when somebody hit you with the finger jab? Somebody could just be all buddy buddy with you and then just straight up touch you a certain type where you wouldn't even realize what happened to you at the same time. You'd be like, what the fuck? You probably thinking niggas did rapey on you or some shit. You crazy? Don't be stupid. Another nigga thinking everything okay. You think so? You fucking with yo, I'm a natural refiner, my nigga. Yo, Haiti had an earthquake because I'm a refiner, my nigga. I'm not even gonna get into the situation of certain type. Yo, my nigga. My sons used to drink. All my sons are Caucasian Asian niggas. All my literal children are Caucasian Asian niggas. I'm walking around looking like a young nigga, and I'm older than everybody. My sons are fully grown, my nigga. Another nigga wondering, listen to this. If a nigga, listen to this. This is gonna be real funny, man. If a nigga, there was one time my sons were drinking. My other son didn't like my other son. He was like, I'm gonna serve that nigga a drink, alright. I looked at him, I said, you ain't gonna do that shit around me though. The nigga had to think about it. I'm like, yo, it's like, yo, I had to tell him like, you're on the earth. If somebody, I had to ask him like, did somebody push you? Did somebody do something to you? Because if you do something to him, you already offended your anatomy and matter in life. It's just gonna spread out a certain type of way. Are you gonna be ready for when it happens to you? If you're getting rid of your own health because somebody else did something to you, be careful because physics is real and stupidity is something else. Be careful of what you say and when you're around certain people in social economics. you got a chick, imagine a celestial empress, she over here wanna go fuck niggas on a planet. Yo, what's happening at home? It's just like, say a chick going on vacation and she wanna go get some side dick, go get some side dick. What is happening at the house at the time? Is she airing out the house? What the fuck is that? It's just, yo, you ever seen that movie Men in Black when the locker room, when Will Smith opened the locker, and the niggas is like, oh my god, timekeeper, this, that, and the other. And the nigga was like, yo, call me Mr. So-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And then the nigga put his hand inside of it. It was like, yo, they were over flooded at the time. Like, so imagine a chick sitting on somewhere, nobody knows what's going on, and she just popping herself with a dildo and shit. What is, and she's the celestial empress of the planet. Yo, what the fuck? What's happening on another planet? What type of news footage is going on over there? Yo, my nigga. It's just like, yo, you think it's a joke? Oh my god. Yo, listen. If you have a celestial empress that goes and sticks some next crazy dildo that had nothing to do with her anatomy, and she doesn't even know, say she's not even remembering her science a certain type of way, and she go finger pop herself, and then she goes somewhere, and then a whole fucking half a country is going crazy in chaos. And then she walking. What you think Salem was about, nigga? Some bitches didn't know what they. A nigga was like, what the fuck did you do? Oh my god. Niggas is asking all type of questions. They're waiting for the lineup. A nigga walking. You remember the story of Christ? You remember when they were gonna stone that chick? You know, niggas, shorty, everybody was on there. What the fuck did she do? Niggas came out of nowhere. I was like, no, this shit has to be over here. Shorty's like, yo, listen. Shorty remember that a nigga said, oh my god. Yo, listen, they're gonna make it worse if they kill the chick. So a nigga had to be like, yo, listen, if you put the first nigga pick up the stone, if you never did nothing wrong, then move it. The nigga said, what? Watch the show and tell him in black, my nigga. The nigga stuck his hand in the locker. Yo, listen to this. Check this out. You ever went in the shower and went in a bathtub and took a bath? And then you lay down in the tub. You see how the water rises at a certain level, right? Why did it rise? The pressure inside of it wasn't there before. It didn't rise when the pressure was there before. You added the pressure, right? So imagine, it's the same thing in physics. It accumulates in physics. It's just like making a volcano. Something makes it erupt, right? So you could be in a distance. You ever had a detonator to a bomb and then you set it off? It's from a distance. You're the same thing, yo, my nigga. If a chick is a celestial empress and you have an astrological empress, she's like a vital nervous system. It's like a finger jab. She's like a vital nervous system of the physical reality of the main empress. She goes and dildos herself or finger pops herself the wrong way or has the wrong thing. Something the wrong way happens. Niggas would be finished a certain type of way. She thinking she's gonna bring all type of intensity and love emotion. Nah, bro. You my nigga. You gotta be real. You have to be me or my wife to do certain things like that. If she does that in the wrong atmosphere, in the wrong room, in the wrong place, around the wrong individual, on the wrong covers, all type of thing, it's like a chemistry imbalance is just starting to waiting to erupt. That's why you learn chemistry. It's like you're waiting to erupt, and then next you know, the overflow. Yo, my nigga, I'm the head of all astrological trees. You ain't got no dignity, and I'm the reason of your dignity. No matter what family you're from, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. It's just like finishing yourself. It's like watching my wife, and then she looking like, yo, imagine if I turn on the internet and I just watch my wife doing something, I'm just looking at her like, where's my kids at the time? It's like, I'm wondering about my children, like, what the fuck is it? Where's my children? My dude, yo, if a celestial empress finger pops herself or dildos herself, it's like penetrating the atmosphere, my nigga. Don't let her be a real point of consecration of the celestial empress. On some real, how can I say this? Not etheric, beyond the the real reason of the mythology, my nigga. It'd be a next type of, oh my gosh. It's like, you ever heard the rap song when the East is in my house? When the East is in the house, oh my God, danger! Niggas just get nervous, like, oh, yo, listen, some of these niggas do something, you gotta be real careful. We over here, yo, wait. No. Nigga be like, when the East is in the house, oh my God, danger! Niggas like, oh my God. It's like, imagine the Ice Galaxy Zodiac come over here and start creeping around and doing funny things. Yo, them niggas be like wanted criminals on the planet, my nigga. You be seeing the Ice Galaxy Zodiac, you be looking at them like, wait a minute. What the? Because that's consecration right there. That's like a galaxy consecration. So you're just looking at the niggas like, what the fuck is that nigga doing? What the fuck is happening on the other side right now, nigga? What? Oh! Yo, imagine a celestial empress going on a Star Trek shit. It's like a forever gunshot. Oh my God. Wow. Niggas be on the planet just dizzy for a second, like, yo, listen. It just makes sense to go drink at a time. So wait, let's go get a bottle. So niggas be like, you don't drink. Niggas be like, I just need to get a bottle right now. Nigga, I just want to get. Niggas be looking at, wait a minute, what's up? Another nigga that knows his will be looking at niggas like, yo, sign up, my nigga. So I ain't saying around here. Niggas be like, yo, listen. You see a nigga that never drinks, start drinking, and he start stumbling and passing out, and you be looking at, oh, hold on. Something's up. Something's going on. Wait a minute. What the fuck? I can't even call my wife be already looking at me from a distance and stuff. It's like, I can't even let niggas know I'm the astrological emperor. After that, it's like, what? What? I just be looking at it. It ain't me, my nigga. If we're already chilling, I ain't do nothing wrong. I can never be off. So I'm already perfect. This is why you got everything. What the fuck did somebody else do? Oh man. A nigga says, you know how you have children and your sons be like, I don't want my girl over there with that nigga so. Why the fuck you think I made a certain type of order for? I ain't changing it for nobody. You know how long that's yo, listen, my nigga, what? Shorty be trying to know more than it's just like it's just like being a child of an empress that's a higher empress than another empress, and then making another empress at a time when it comes together on some Voltron shit, and then she just wants to, she already want to be more than a situation, and you looking at an individual like, yo, listen, yo, there's a natural or a natural order with certain things that I'm not changing it for that situation. I'm not stupid. There's something that you don't know. I'm just not gonna tell you. You don't be looking at the niggas like. It was so real, my nigga. After I got shot, I was like, probably I shouldn't remember certain things. Then we'll see what niggas will do. If niggas is educated, niggas better be educated. Don't let me wake up coming out of a coma telling you what the fuck going on. Yo, that is, wow, that'd be real fucked up, my nigga. What? Yo, my nigga. Another person telling me something. Yo, my nigga. Another person telling me something. There was this chick named Siobhan Farms, my nigga. She came to check me, my nigga. Yo, bro. Let me tell you. Yo, there was martial arts movies. Yo, I couldn't even watch television around that time. For some reason, I couldn't even. I could have paid for cable. Couldn't pay for cable. And then the most, how can I say, spectacle, spontaneous, real action-packed movies was coming out around that time. And I just wasn't watching it. I'm in the crib with this chick, like, I caught this chick trying to do something for no reason. It's like another nigga, I don't know if the nigga tried to put his emperor, it's like his empress, my other wife's energy on her. She probably felt like this is the perfect time to get at a chick a certain type of way. So when I stepped out the crib, he went and got at her. When I was coming home, the nigga got all nervous and shit because like, oh, the nigga's coming home and shit. And I'm looking at the nigga. The nigga's like, yo, I'm looking at the nigga. I'm like, yo, what's that? I started checking everybody in the crib acting nervous. I said, yo, listen, man, hold up, man. This chick came to check me. I'm gonna just tell you this like this. The phone died to come back inside to finish this video. I'm gonna say this like this, my nigga. You remember what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, my nigga? Listen. The plagues of Egypt was because of what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. You ever seen the cartoon on Sci-Fi called Future with Bender, the robot? There's times when this nigga be on stage and he be catching like the horse cramps and he can't, it looks like the nigga body's folding naturally. Another person think that's magic or something he did a certain type of way at a time. Nah, my nigga. That's a time when niggas had the real orgy party in Sodom and Gomorrah. And then certain niggas came around in the organism at a time and the nigga bodies was breaking up because the reaction to what happened. This is why the chick collapsed at the doorstep, my nigga. This is why I was like, yo, listen, these niggas done fucked their nervous system so much that they gonna die anyway. So I was like, yo, listen, I gotta collapse this whole town of elements just to repair the situation a certain type of way. Yo, my nigga, I'm not doing that ever again, my nigga. Yo, my nigga, after the Fist of the North, you had to build the East Coast, the North Coast, and the West Coast because of what happened of the Fist of the North Star when the situations of the Galactic War. Yo, my nigga, you figure out, you learn physics and you think about what I said. Yo, my nigga, what I told you about the Men in Black, when the nigga put his hands in there and it was starting to flood into place and everything, same thing if a chick starts still doing finger popping or something shit, celestial empress. Don't let her be of the high mythology, my nigga. You be real fucked up, my nigga. What? It's just like a depression seeing my wife doing something like, oh my God, you just killed 9 innocent people. I didn't call you to kill your planet. I called you because certain things that was going on over here. Oh, man. Whoa.